Hey y'all, Chase here from Team WACR, where it definitely hasn't been 3 to 4 years in between uploads. I don't know about y'all, but ever since the COVID pandemic, time means nothing. Anyways, it's been a few years. A couple things have happened. Nothing big, nothing too exciting. But I wanted to give you all like a quick update and talk about my latest ADHD autism obsession, which is 3D printing. Um, I know we're about like 10 years late to the 3D printing craze, but I tell you what, it has been the most useful thing I've ever added to like my repertoire of fabrication tools. Um, the most recent thing I made, I'm working on an exhaust for the Glanza, and these flanges, it's a little 3-bolt flange, um, as far as we could tell, aren't available, or they aren't available for any kind of affordable price. So I just went on to Onshape and drew out the dimensions based on the one that we have. We don't have any more. So I just drew it up in Onshape, drew it up in CAD, printed it out just to test the fit, and the fit is pretty good. So I just put it on top of the flange to check, and this is my first go around. It was close, but it needed like some rounding on these edges to be more correct with the other flange. So we printed out just the second one, and this is just a thin one just to check these dimensions. Like the thickness doesn't matter. Anyways, now that I've checked like my drawing with a physical object, now I could send that to Send and make a real stainless half-inch flange. And it's just this really cool ability to draw something that you think you need and then print it out within a few hours and have like a physical object, a physical representation of the thing you're either going to make later on in like metal or wood or something, or use the tool as is, and you've got your tool already made. I've also made like some cool, what I think are cool little gauge blocks. You put the U-bend, and of course I don't have a U-bend here, but like when you have the U-bends for when you're fabricating like an exhaust from scratch, you put your U-bend in here, and on the back you have these openings, and you just mark with your Sharpie, where the opening or where the cut is supposed to be, and then you can add on your little, whatever trick you have to draw a straight line across a tube, which is not the easiest thing to do. But yeah, I made like a couple of these. I really wanted this one to work. This was a little bit nicer, but I got the radius wrong somehow. So this is kind of the closest one. It also works as like a clamp because it's really hard to clamp tubes into a vise, obviously, because it's round, but a vise is square. So this has been kind of the coolest thing that I came up with in my eyes. Like, it's not impressive. Like, there's a lot more skilled people out there, but for me, like, just the ability to knock this out real quick in an hour or two and have a functional tool to help me is super cool. The last little 3D printed tool that I'll tell you about, that I'm really excited about, is something that I have not seen yet before. It's this little Sharpie holder to make pie cuts. So if you're not familiar, pie cuts are just made by putting two lines on your tube 180 out, so you need a line right there and a line right there. Well, you can definitely math it out and put like tape around and measure it out and get pretty close. Or you get your little 3D printed tool, stick your tube, this is a demonstration, stick your tube in there, and then use the openings here, and you stick a Sharpie in either end, and then you just pull the tube through, and you get a pretty straight, let's see, yeah, there's a good demonstration, I think. You get a pretty straight line on your side, no math required. And then you can stick it in your bandsaw or your chop saw and just flip it over back and forth and get the amount of pie cuts you want. Anyways, that's been really fun. I feel like a lot of people just get 3D printers and they make like 3 trinkets, and they're like, well, what the hell do I do now? And again, I'm not like presenting any new information. This printers have been out for a long time, but I've resisted it for quite a while because I didn't really see a use. I said, no, I'm not gonna. What I'm gonna do with more plastic trinkets and little desk figurines and such. No, it's not just trinkets and figurines. It is like the ability to make fixtures and tools and prototypes. Like, that's super useful. So yeah, I know it's not groundbreaking, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Next, real quick, I'll just do a quick update on the many vehicles in our fleet now. The first thing you can see behind me, 66 or 67 VW panel bus. It's my wife's car. I'm very excited about it. We drove to Virginia to get that like 2 years ago. God, it's been a while. And we've done not much to it. But that is like a big, heavy full restoration that is, in the works, hopefully. Hopefully we can get to that soon. The other thing we've got right now, the Glanza is in the shop. I don't know if you can see it. I'm probably going to mess up my angle. Glanza is over there-ish. We're making an exhaust. We're making an exhaust for that car. It's kind of cool. I'm excited for that. Because these were never sold over here, there's not a whole lot of aftermarket parts support for them. And so from what we can find, like the closest thing you can get to an aftermarket exhaust is like $1,300 to $1,400 shipped from overseas. I said, well, I've got a TIG welder and a chop saw, and surely I can do better than that. So we're making an exhaust for Wyatt, 2.5-inch stainless, sticking a cat in there and doing a muffler, and just pretty simple. But we got that exhaust going, and then another Glanza guy found us and said, hey, can you make another one? I said, well, sure. Car's on the lift. I'll make one. We'll make one for ourselves. Make a prototype exhaust that'll be for us, and then we'll take all the lessons from the first exhaust and then turn it into a big air quotes here, production piece. And I'm gonna ship that out. And it's I don't know. I'm excited. Get some exhaust out there and hopefully help people that are not wanting to pay $1,400 and wait, like 6 to 12 weeks to have it made and then shipped from overseas. So that's cool. Been having fun with that. Other stuff, my 240 is kind of working. Wyatt's been tinkering with it. It needs a tune and it needs little stuff here and there. Wyatt's RX-7 was the last exhaust I built. Here's a clip of it. Okay, a review of my services so far.
That sounds fucking sick, dude. No.
Whoa!
That sounds fantastic.
Oh yeah! I haven't heard it from outside the car. That's pleasant. That exhaust turned out pretty decent. I was happy with that. That is a very, very low car. So it was a bit of a challenge to fit a 3-inch tube all the way through there, especially on the driver's side where there was never supposed to be a 3-inch exhaust because it's a rotary, so there's only one exhaust. But it has a V8 instead, so there's 2 exhausts. Anyways, that came out pretty good. That needs maybe a touch of tuning and tinkering as well, but the LS-RX-7 and the LS-240 are closer than they've ever been to being functional. Let's see, orange Datsun. Everyone always asks about the orange Datsun. I swear it's the most popular car, maybe second to the BMW that everyone's asking about. Not going to talk about the BMW. Orange Datsun has a blown up diff. We're not sure what happened, but that is in the process of being repaired. Black Datsun, definitely not abandoned and forgotten. Definitely on the list of things to do. I don't know if we've shown you Wyatt's Soarer. Wyatt has a JZ Soarer now. That's blown up. What do we have that's not blown up? Oh, we're into motorcycles again. I got a Tracer 900 GT, very comfortable sport touring bike. Wyatt got a KTM 1190 Adventure, similar but different as well, a little more adventure-y. And now they've got motorcycles, we've yet to go motorcycling together, so you love how life gets. Anything else that we have not updated in a while? I think that's about it. Lots going on. We're trying to get back into making videos because it is fun and we do enjoy mostly just sharing and like talking about stuff we do. And then we really enjoy the ability to go back in a few years and look at it and see what we were doing in the past. So we're trying to get back into making some content, but it's fun. We do what we can. Anyways, I've rambled on for long enough. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll have some more normal uploads soon. And be on the lookout for the next Glanza video, because I think I can put the rest of the exhaust together soon, and the Glanza content appears to be popular as well. It's a fun little car. So anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Deuces.